The hidden truth every high-value man understands. Respect isn't something you ask for. It's something you embody. And the coldest reality is, women don't respect your words. They respect your boundaries. They respect your backbone. They respect what you say no to more than anything you say yes to. Most men lose their girl not when they stop loving her, but when they stop commanding respect. The reason she doesn't see you as a man anymore is because you handed her your power in a million small ways. This ends now. I'm going to give you the 5 most powerful boundaries you'll ever need, not to control her but to control yourself so deeply, so clearly that she has no choice but to recalibrate how she looks at you. If you want to live like this from now on, comment below. I choose respect. Number 1. Never reward disrespect. This is a bitter pill every man must swallow. The moment you accept disrespect, you become replaceable in her mind, no matter what you've done or how long you've been together. If she senses you'll tolerate being belittled, ignored, or subtly insulted without standing your ground, she stops seeing you as a man she needs to earn, and starts seeing you as someone she can use. That's where your power begins. A woman will never truly respect a man who keeps showing up after she's crossed his line. She might tolerate him, use him, keep him for convenience, but she won't look up to him. Watch her tone, watch her eyes when no one else is watching. Respect lives in how she speaks to you when she doesn't have to impress you. When you reward disrespect, staying silent after she mocks you, apologizing for her faults, showing up after she ghosts you, you send one message: my self-worth depends on your attention. And that's a death sentence for desire. Here's what you need to understand. Women don't test you to be cruel. They test you to feel your strength. A man without boundaries isn't a safe space. He's a soft space, and soft spaces get walked on. When she challenges your values or authority and you cave, she feels unsafe, not loved. A man who can't protect his dignity can't protect a woman. So how do you flip this? By creating consequence without chaos. Become the man who never shouts, never begs, never explains, but never tolerates disrespect, not once. Recognize disrespect in all its forms. It's not just yelling or name-calling, it's interrupting you, mocking your goals, bringing up her ex to provoke you, texting other men and calling you insecure for asking, giving you the silent treatment instead of talking. These are micro-hits to your soul. Correct it once, calmly, directly. Don't speak to me that way again. If it happens again, I'm done. Then leave if it does. No games, no arguing. She either levels up or walks away, and if she walks, that's one less parasite draining your energy. You're one step closer to commanding respect, from women, from the world. This isn't just dating, it's life. How you allow people to treat you sets your worth. Stand firm in your standards, not from ego but survival. Men without boundaries burn out, resent, and break. Men who honor themselves become solid, focused, and build a life so aligned that only respect-worthy people enter. That's evolution, not arrogance. Practically, don't chase if she flakes. Don't explain if she mocks your values. Don't react to drama. You set the standard. You leave when disrespect is served. Every time. If she wants back in, it's through consistent behavior, not empty apologies. Never let emotions override execution. You're training her to respect you or to run circles around you. Now what if you're attached? Afraid to fold because she's the only one you've loved? Here's the hard truth. If you're addicted to her attention, it means you're not building anything in your own life worth that obsession. Redirect it. Build your body. A strong body breeds a strong mind. Wake earlier than you want. Run when your mind screams rest. Lift until your arms burn. That pain becomes power. Power becomes discipline. Discipline becomes clarity. Start that business you've dreamed of. Learn skills that make you valuable, not just to women but the world. Stop scrolling for dopamine, start creating. Write, build, move. Be alone, not as a victim but as a warrior sharpening his edge. Read, study, take cold showers to remind yourself you choose discomfort because you control your world. Clean your space. Organize your finances. Cut weak ties. Avoid energy drainers. Build a personal code and follow it religiously. When you stop tolerating disrespect from her, you stop tolerating mediocrity in yourself. That transformation is when you don't need respect. You command it. People feel it. Your presence changes the room. Your eyes speak before you say a word. You become the man others either fear or admire, but never ignore. One day, the same woman who played games will see you again and won't recognize you. You won't say a word. She'll know, she'll feel she lost something she'll never touch again. And that will haunt her more than anything you say. That's how you rise. That's how you become unshakable, by drawing a line and standing behind it alone if you must, firm forever. Start now. Your time isn't infinite. Every second you tolerate disrespect delays your greatness. Don't wait for rock bottom. Build your foundation now and never reward disrespect again. Number 2, guard your peace. If there's one thing that shapes your life as a man, it's this. Peace isn't stumbled into. It's defended like your life depends on it, because it does. A man without peace wakes every day on edge, pulled in all directions, reacting in survival mode. He's not living, he's performing for women, friends, family who wouldn't notice if he fell apart. Peace is power. Not money, status, or women, peace. Peace means your decisions aren't reactive, they're chosen. You don't jump at insults. You don't explain yourself to doubters. You don't chase validation that costs your soul. Peace is the ultimate flex, invisible but felt. You walk into a room and people feel it. You speak and others listen, not because you shout but because your silence means something. Most men don't guard their peace. They leak it with every instant text reply, every argument, every toxic person they tolerate, every guilt-driven favor, every late-night conversation with someone who never respected them in daylight. Every explanation of self-worth drains them until all that's left is an empty shell wearing the mask of a dreamer. You can't build an empire with a chaotic mind. You can't lead a relationship with anxiety. You can't earn respect when you're constantly seeking relief from others because you never gave yourself peace. Women feel this immediately. They sense when your attention is scattered, your time isn't sacred, your space lacks discipline, and your schedule bends to her moods. That doesn't make her love you more. It makes her feel she's steering the ship. No woman respects a man who needs to be led. So, guard your peace by becoming unavailable to chaos, not as defense but by design. Examine your inputs. Phone, relationships, habits, calendar. Does it protect or poison your peace? Poison and it's gone. No second chances, no drama, just gone. You don't argue anymore because arguments make you prove yourself. Men at peace don't explain themselves to chaos. You don't chase anymore because chasing pulls you out of presence. You don't scroll endlessly, every scroll numbs instead of builds. You don't sleep in, that signals your life isn't urgent. You don't talk to everyone, your access is sacred. Peace is boundaries without explanation. You say no, and that's it. You leave messages unanswered from those who drain you. You avoid gossip-fueled gatherings. Let them call you arrogant or cold, they're just missing the old you who gave away his availability. Let them wonder what changed. Let them talk, while you build a life where you choose who enters. Not a life chasing approval from those who don't even like themselves. Wake early not for trends but because those quiet hours are your fortress. Read not to impress but to remember how small your problems are. Walk alone not out of loneliness, but because peace walks with the man who can be alone without being lonely. Train your body not for validation but because physical discipline is spiritual war. Keep your space clean because chaos cannot survive where order reigns. Peace is power because the man who owns his mind owns his world. A man untouchable by arguments, chaos, drama, guilt, or distraction is what women want but can't explain. It's what employers trust, friends respect, and other men envy. When she makes emotional noise, she's not trying to destroy you, she's probing your edges to see if your world bends when she leans too hard. If you jump at every poke, there's no core, only reaction. But if you stay calm, hold the silence longer than her confusion, and respond only on your terms, you don't just guard peace, you declare it non-negotiable. Eventually she adapts or she leaves. Both wins. The moment you give up peace to keep someone is the moment you lose yourself. And if you lose yourself, what's the point of being loved? The man she loves is gone. Want to change your life? Build a peace so strong it offends chaos lovers. So real you no longer flinch when told you've changed. A peace that pulls in the right people and pushes out the wrong ones. Ironically, when you live this way, everything you once chased, validation, love, respect, starts chasing you. That peace will heal, sharpen decisions, reveal true friends, teach love without losing yourself, and build a foundation no setback can shake. Guard it like gold. Once you own it, you'll never trade it for chaos again. Number 3, don't share too much. She doesn't want to know everything about you, even if she says she does. She wants to feel your depth, not dive into it daily. She wants to discover you, not carry you. The moment you open the door to every doubt, wound, overthought dream, you become her project. Women don't fall for projects. They fall for men who carry their own weight, speak when it counts, and withhold enough to remain magnetic. You've been told to open up, be vulnerable, share more, but how did that really work out? Did confessing your anxieties pull her closer? Did crying over life's unfairness make her admire you more? Or did her eyes subtly shift, seeing you less as protector and more as emotional equal? That sacred distance preserves polarity between man and woman, not dishonesty or coldness, but the space between what she thinks you are and what she's yet to know. That mystery is the fire that keeps her intrigued, guessing. Separates you from every man who spills himself too soon hoping to keep her. Kill mystery, kill tension. Kill tension, kill desire. It's not about bottling up emotions you bleed, struggle, doubt. But the difference between a respected man and a tolerated man is how he carries emotions. A respected man feels deeply but moves intentionally. He never lets his pain become someone else's burden. He doesn't weaponize his story for sympathy or collapse under his past's weight. He integrates it quietly, steadily, alone if needed. Oversharing creates emotional clutter. She gets overwhelmed. Instead of closeness, she feels smothered. Instead of respect for openness, she questions your stability. She pulls away, not out of cruelty but because she wants to lean on you, not be your savior. The most respected men rarely speak about themselves. They give glimpses, not blueprints. Offer presence, not explanations. They don't chase connection through confessions. They act to be respected. That respect creates intimacy deeper than words. Want to change your life? Treat your story like a treasure chest, not a brochure. Let her earn access over time. Let her wonder what drives you. Let silence invite her closer. When she asks, answer just enough to make her lean further in. You're not hiding, you're preserving polarity, cultivating depth, fueling attraction long after the honeymoon ends. Most men confuse talking for connection, thinking she'll stay if she knows everything. But she leaves because you gave it all up front, leaving nothing to pursue. She stops seeing you as a challenge and starts seeing you as predictable, and predictability kills attraction. This isn't manipulation. It's emotional mastery. Strategic vulnerability, openness with control. You speak your truth when it's time, not when you're uncomfortable. Share struggles when it serves the mission, not when you want a shoulder. Reveal your heart in doses that amplify strength, not replace it. Stop trying to be relatable. In your attempt to be understood, you soften the edge that made her see you differently. You don't need to relate, you need to radiate. Hold your ground when she disagrees. Be okay with her not getting you right away. That builds tension. That keeps her chasing. Your peace isn't a group project. Your mission isn't a team effort. Your vision isn't up for debate. Oversharing dilutes it. Oversharing insecurities gives weapons to the wrong hands. Speaking every time you feel something makes you a speaker, not a leader. Practice presence. Sit with pain. Journal. Take confusion to action. Build a fortress around your emotions so strong only those who earn it enter. When they do, don't drown them in emotion. Invite them to witness your resilience. Don't break down, open like a sunrise, slow, intentional, beautiful, earned. That's how you become unforgettable, not by how much you shared, but by how much you carried without making her carry it. The more you do this, the more magnetic you become. You're rare. Not just a man with a story, but a man with a center. A man who navigates life calmly, with mystery and quiet strength, knowing who he is and not needing the world to validate it. That's how you keep her attention. That's how you keep your edge. That's how you stay respected everywhere you go. Number 4, no emotional reactivity. Control isn't absence of emotion. It's mastery of emotion. A man who isn't moved emotionally at will by others understands his strength roots. Not because he doesn't feel, but because he's no longer a slave to feelings. The world wants you reactive. Women test it. Weak men live it. But the man still in storms dominates silently. You've seen it, she throws a curveball, sarcasm, withdrawal, sudden coldness, and immediately your stomach drops, mind spins, words chase hers like wind chasing water. That's emotional reactivity. Your inner world ruled by her external behavior. Once she senses that power, the dynamic slowly rots. This isn't coldness. It's sovereignty, emotional sovereignty. Feeling fully without being ruled by feelings. A man who stands in front of a woman testing limits, a boss questioning value, or a stranger disrespecting him, and stays rooted, unshaken, powerful, without noise. Women test this to see if you're real, stable, and if your strength is situational or foundational. Passing that test makes her relax, she melts. In a world of men who fold, a man who doesn't blink is a revelation. You can't fake this. Calm while boiling inside isn't real. It starts with owning triggers, facing what makes you flinch, panic, or defend. Look them in the eye and say, "You don't lead me anymore." Become aware of impulses, don't obey, observe. That space between stimulus and response, where kings are born. This transforms you. You see what others miss. Hear what's behind words, not react to words themselves. Stop needing last word or defending yourself to unqualified judges. Live like your attention is gold, because it is. If someone wants it, they better come right. This changes how others respond. Those who provoke you get frustrated, they can't move you. They question their approach. Those who respect strength gravitate to you. Calm attracts clarity, clarity attracts everything, chaos repels. You talk less, move slower, observe more, wait, study. You no longer react to her moods, silence, or indirectness. You know her emotions are hers. If you're a container for her waves without drowning, she'll trust you more than any man. Not because you saved her, because you didn't lose yourself trying. This is the superpower that lifts you above most men. Most men are slaves to emotion disguised as passion. They fight pointless battles, burn bridges, chase arguments for fragile pride. You exit chaos like it's beneath you. You don't get pulled in. You walk around it, above it, through it without contact. Walk into meetings where ideas are questioned and smile. Have friends betray you and disappear like oxygen to fire. Hear rumors and say nothing. Truth doesn't panic. Be ghosted, rejected, overlooked. Don't crumble. Rise quietly with purpose. No emotional reactivity means you stop handing over your life steering wheel every time you feel. You start choosing your direction with discipline. That discipline builds your kingdom, one boundary at a time. Number 5. Always be willing to walk away. Too many men stay stuck. Jobs that drain, relationships that emasculate, friendships that disrespect. They stay because they're scared to be alone, start over, or what others think. So they shrink, smile, say, "It's not that bad," and slowly become invisible even to themselves. But a man willing to walk from anything that insults his soul is terrifying. He's magnetic because he doesn't stay for comfort. He stays for alignment. The moment it doesn't align, he's gone. Women feel this. They know if you stay addicted to her presence or because she brings peace, growth, purpose. The first kind gets tested nonstop. The second, she watches herself and brings her best. She knows you'll leave. The second, respect stops. Walking away isn't heartless. It's loyalty to yourself. It means saying, "I love you, but I love my values more. I love my peace more. I love the man I'm becoming more." That detachment isn't cold. It's divine. It frees you from begging for crumbs. It elevates your circle. It purifies your space. It reminds you nothing's worth keeping if it costs your identity. When you live like this, people rise to your level or leave. There is no middle. Your standards become the filter. Everything left reflects the best version of you, not the fearful one. Become so secure in self-worth you can walk away from comfort, attention, love, whatever threatens your mission. That's when you become truly dangerous, not to others but to mediocrity and codependence. That's when you're truly dangerous. Not to others, to mediocrity, to codependence, to anything that tries to cage you. And here's what most won't tell you. The real growth happens after you walk. The strength, the clarity, the expansion. It doesn't come while you're holding on. It comes in the silence that follows your final step away. In that space, you meet the next version of yourself. The one who no longer tolerates chaos for company. The one who no longer begs. The one who no longer stays just to feel needed. Be willing to walk away from anything that makes you forget who you are. And once you are, you'll never beg, chase, or tolerate disrespect again. The moment you choose self-respect over comfort, your life begins. Not just your relationship, not just your confidence, your entire life. The man you were is gone. And the man you're becoming. He doesn't chase approval. He builds standards. He doesn't fold under pressure. He sharpens in silence. He doesn't seek to be understood. He seeks to be undeniable. You were never meant to live on your knees for love, attention, or acceptance. You were meant to walk in power. Quietly, calmly, with the unshakable knowledge that respect is not something you demand, it's something you design. If you felt that shift deep in your core, then don't let it fade. Lock it in. This isn't the end. This is the start of a new era for you. A version of you that no longer tolerates being less than he was born to be. If this message struck something deep inside you, if it reminded you of the man you were always supposed to become, then subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a friend. Comment below. I choose respect over validation. Because when you support this movement, you don't just help this channel grow. You help another man finally hear what no one ever told him.